But yeah, he's got to play the news. Everyone pretends to care about it when they're around other people, but really, no one gives a shit about it anymore. I mean, it's become so exhausting and repetitive that not even I want to keep up with it. But what helps me process through this shit is comedy. So I wanted to provide my own comedic take on world events. Think of us like the laxative when you're constipated. The news is like the shit that you can't process on your own, and I'm like the laxative that provides, let's say, a helping hand to get that shit through your system. But I'll admit, it seems like every day there's a new comedian who claims to have an original outlook on the world. So what makes us different? Well, for one, we're young. Both my producer Jack and I are high school seniors. We will provide insight from a group whose opinions are largely unheard. Also, we'd like to think we're pretty funny, but you can be the judge of that. So thank you for joining us. My name is Arj. Welcome to Project Mercury. Let's begin our show with India, the world's second most populous country, and the leading producer of movies with scenes like this. Bollywood never ceases to surprise me. I mean, that banana knife seems pretty unrealistic, even for Bollywood. Like, Quentin Tarantino shoots people's balls off in his movies, and he would watch that and say, "Hold on, guys, let's cool it on the blood." But the death of all those goons was not the only recent tragedy India faced.
India's attempt to make one giant leap ended at the final step of its unmanned mission to the moon. The Vikram lunar lander lost contact with controllers in India just 2 kilometers above the moon's surface.
That's right. 2 weeks ago, India lost contact with its first moon-bound spacecraft, just 2 kilometers above the moon's surface. Just 2 kilometers. They were so close and failed. That's like when you're bidding on something on eBay and you're about to win, but some guy named Chad, 27, steals the last banana knife. Damn it, Chad. But you have to admit, the whole mission was a long shot. India was trying to land on the moon's south pole, something that no country has done before. I mean, honestly, India was doomed from the start. The south pole of the moon, has to be cold, and there's no way any Indian would last more than 10 minutes down there. I mean, Indian people live in the fucking jungle. They start complaining about the temperature dips when the temperature dips below 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, seriously, I know some Indians who wear entire winter outfits with coats, sweaters, gloves, and all, just to the movie theaters. I mean, my mom will be like, "I'm kind of cold." And I'll be like, "Mom, we're in the literal Sahara. How are you cold?" Also in India last week.
A old man was caught by CISP personnel at the Delhi airport for allegedly impersonating an octogenarian passenger by using a fake passport, officials said on Monday. Jayesh Patel, a resident of Ahmedabad, colored his hair and beard white and arrived on a wheelchair to board a flight to New York from Indira Gandhi International Airport on Sunday, they said. He allegedly used a fake passport with the name Amrit Singh, aged 81 years.
Who is this man? This guy thinks he's like the Sikh mystique or some shit. The best part of this story is that, while using a wheelchair, he actually got through initial security and immigration checks. I mean, I don't know whether to be impressed with this guy's disguise skills or ashamed at New Delhi's horrible detective skills. Were the security officers looking at him like, "Oh, uncle, how do you keep your skin so young?" And then he responds like, "Beta, a bit of coconut oil a day keeps the doctor away." In other news, the greatest country in the world actually may be losing the rest of the world's interest. According to a report from the National Travel and Tourism Office, tourism has dropped 1.7% for the first 6 months of this year, and travel has dropped $4.6 billion since President Trump took office. $4.6 billion. I mean, that's like 6.5 million iPhone 11s, or 1/24th of a Jeff Bezos, or 2 banana knives. The point is, it's a lot of money. The question is, why have tourists lost interest in the US? For more on this, we ask our travel expert, Jaeden Prabowo.
Jaeden,
so good to see you. Thank you so much for being on our show. So, what do you think could be the cause of this drop in tourism? I mean, what has America lost that has made us so great? I mean, have we run out of hamburgers? Did Meryl Streep die?
God, no. Everyone knows Meryl Streep can't die. She's just going to keep on winning Oscars till California falls off the edge of the country.
So, what is it?
Open your eyes, Arjun. Tourists don't want to come here because they're scared. Look at all the gun violence. People are taking shots faster than Melania on the night before her wedding. There have been so many gun-related deaths that Americans don't even care anymore. Also, just look at the southern border. Foreigners are afraid that if they come here, their children will be detained just like those thousands of asylum seekers. Americans asking tourists to come here are like serial killers driving in white vans offering candy to children, except in this case, the candy consists of racial injustice and the coupon to Hooters.
So, are you blaming all this drop of tourism on Trump and the Republicans?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm blaming it on the slightly chilly weather we've been having. What the fuck is wrong with you? Of course I'm blaming it on Trump. The drop in tourism is actually being called the Trump slump, which honestly sounds like a line dance that conservative seniors do at retirement homes. And it's not just Trump, it's Senate Majority Leader and ALF cosplay artist Mitch McConnell. This asshole was elected by less than 0.3% of the American population, yet he controls all the nation's bills, preventing gun control, immigration reform, and climate regulation. The kind of democracy is this?
So what do you propose we do?
Impeach the motherfuckers! The moderate Dems will say it's too radical, but these guys are ruining our democracy.
But Jaeden, those Dems think that impeachment could hurt the chances of the election of 2020.
Yeah, it's risky, but we have to at least try. Look, impeaching them would be like getting an enema. Yeah, it might be painful and extremely messy, but it has to be done if you want to clear out the shit where shit should have never been in the first place.
Thank you, Isaac. Finally, American politicians have been very slow to react to the climate crisis. But at the Climate Action Summit in New York on Monday, one Swedish teen threw some serious shade at them.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering, people are dying, entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
Wow. I present to you climate activist and badass bitch Greta Thunberg. In the past few years, this young woman has single-handedly raised the urgency of the climate crisis tremendously. And she's just 16. I mean, imagine that. I'm 17, and all I've done with my life is started this crappy YouTube channel, which is only going to get 1 subscriber. Hi, Mom. Anyways, Thunberg has devoted her life to encouraging the world to solve the climate crisis, specifically getting the older generation to care about the future of their youth. And it's pretty sad that she has had to take this position at such a young age. Thunberg, I think, encapsulates what being a teen has become nowadays. We are bearing the load of past generations and outdated leaders. And while I might not be doing as much to help the world as Greta Thunberg, I hope I can at least make these issues more understandable, with the help of some enema jokes, of course.
I should be better off without you.
American politicians have been very slow to react to the climate crisis. But at the Climate Action Summit in
I don't know. I'm not doing anything. I thought I just stretched.
Oh, that's too short.
Sit down. Arjun, sit down.
Finally! Can you kneel?
Yeah, how about this?
What was that?
What you doing? It's not broken, it's fine. This show is sponsored by Bisco, yeah? Fine, fuck it.